Today we learn the evaporator, which is used in the cooling mediums, as like refrigerator or any cold storage industries where we save some objects like a food, potatoes, tomatoes, onions, etc. Now we learn the evaporator. Different types of the evaporator are used in our industry. Those evaporators are flooded type evaporator, dry evaporator. First we learn the flooded type evaporator. It's also another name is the flooded type chiller. Chiller means cooling the medium of the high temperature to low temperature. Mainly objects is the cooling the medium. I like a medium is here the cooling the medium is the refrigerant, and for refrigerant is passing through the valve and it goes to cell of the refrigerant. First we know that the parts of the flooded type chiller. There are the indication as like first, which name is the cell. Kindly show here cell, which is indicating the first part. This is the horizontal type, and it is I like a cell, I like a battery. When we use a torch, a cylindrical cell is used. Same type of the cell is here also used. This is the cylindrical part, and it is a longitudinal portion which is length, and here place inside of the another cell. Suppose this is the cell is the outer body. OD, suppose OD, cell diameter is OD, and another cell is inside. This is ID. Now the refrigerants are filled here at this portion. Here written here refrigerant liquid line. The liquid line is passage which is indication the 3 refrigerant inlet. So here different liquid line which goes to the cell or a chamber, and where the refrigerant is stay. This is the cylindrical portion. This is cell portion in which the object medium is cooled by the refrigerant. Suppose we take the water. Water is cooled by the medium. Our refrigerant is the brine, or our refrigerant is the R134A or R600. Any refrigerant which is goes from this is the float valve is used for passing through the refrigerant, and which is placed here the cylindrical portion. Okay, and inside of this is the idea that another cell, another cylindrical portion also, where some tubes are placed here, through which the recirculated water comes from these holes, these tubes, holes are perforated at a full length, comes from the inlet recirculated water from the tube, and it will contact with the liquid. This is the liquid refrigerant. This is a liquid refrigerant, and some heat is received from the liquid refrigerant. Therefore, its temperature increases and it's converted to the vapor. That means that this portion is contacted to the hot water and this portion is the vapor portion outside. This is the nearest of the cell body. This is the vapor portion. Outer diameter of the cell. Vapor portion, inner diameter of the cell. This portion is the liquid portion. A float valve is placed here when the vapor is comes from the cell and go to the compressor line. This is a very important point, is the compressor is receiving the vapor or receiving the refrigerant or gas only in vapor stage, not in mixing of the vapor stage and not in mixing, not in the comes to the refrigerant in liquid state. If the refrigerant is come in the liquid state, then it will compression is very less. Otherwise, it's inside of the wear and tear occurs and the leakage can perform by the passing of the liner and cylinders. Therefore, our motto is that the liquid portion is converted to vapor when it first comes to the compressor. Therefore, this vacant portion is the vapor region. When the vapor goes to the compressor, then its liquid region, this proportion is the liquid region, which is the liquid refrigerant level. Suppose this is a level number A and this is a level number B. When refrigerant comes slowly down below, this is the circle is contacted, I like this region. No. This region, then the refrigerant goes down this, then the throttle valve will open. When throttle valve, this is the below here, then the throttle valve open and this valve open and pass through the refrigerant line and comes in the cell. Then the refrigerants come inside into the cell. That means when the refrigerant is contact with the level B to A at the A point, then it will then close of the valve with the floating is indicating that our proportion is filled, then the valve will be closed. Now next, the refrigerant inlet, which is the 3, and this is the tubes, 2 number, point 2. This is these are tubes. These are horizontal tubes, and through which the refrigerant comes. Dry evaporator and wet flooded evaporator. In which type of we know that this is the dry evaporator or wet evaporator? Are you know? Not. Dry evaporator. This is the tube lines through which the refrigerants can flow. Okay, but the flooded evaporator, outside of the tubes refrigerant can flow. Clear? Dry evaporator through tubes refrigerant can flow, and flooded evaporator through tubes water is flowing, but refrigerant can flow outside of the tubes. This is the main difference of the dry and flooded refrigerant. Now next go to the refrigerant outlet. This is the refrigerant outlet, the 4th number part. The refrigerant out and come in compressor line. Now go to the 5th point, water inlet. Our requirement is the chilling the water, then water is comes, recirculated water is come in contact with the cell of the refrigerant liquid line, and it delivered the heat to the refrigerant, and it will cool. And when it is cool, then its simple parameter when it is cool, then it will some wetted. I like a dry, I like. Then and it will go to down, I like. Down, this is not a down, I like a cylinder. Then it's some proportion, half portion is goes up and half portion is down. Then first upper portion is recirculated water and perforated pipes are here half, and then cell converted and then come back. Which is the come back, and some heat is removed and it is cooled, and therefore it passes through the chilled water, and it is required in our required area where we can use. गर्म पानी को लेकर के इसके कांटेक्ट में लाते हैं, रेफ्रिजरेंट के कांटेक्ट में लाने से रेफ्रिजरेंट ठंडा रहता है, पानी के टेम्परेचर से कम टेम्परेचर में रहता है, तो ये ठंडा होने के कारण से टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस के कारण से हाई टेम्परेचर टू लो टेम्परेचर में ये अपना लेटेंट हीट के माध्यम से ये अपना हीट को छोड़ देता है। छोड़ने के बाद ये धीरे धीरे ठंडा हो जाता है और फिर हम उसको 6 नंबर पाइपलाइन से चिल्ड वाटर को आउटलेट अपना काम में लगाते हैं। ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट इज द हेडर. Header is the portion, is this is name is the header, and the partition, 8 number is the partition. Here the partition wall. Partition wall means this is the half portion, this is the partition wall, whole of the partition wall. I like one now. This is the whole body of the partition wall. Upper portion is the coming water, and the down portion, below portion is the outlet water. Liquid refrigerant level. This is the liquid refrigerant I am saying earlier, and the vapor space. This is the vapor space. This means the here also vapor space. This portion is also vapor space. This line. This space is also vapor space. This space is also vapor space. And the drain. When some recirculated water is coming a long time, I like a 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Then some muddy parts or any parts are there. That means the drain is required. That time our system can break down and some water by drainage by the drain line. And overall procedure of the flooded chiller or flooded evaporator of this, showing this figure.